Yeah, definitely
Formation they
getting
come out with.
a more interesting draft than we normally see. And immediate smoke out coming from Infamous. We're going to go ahead and run through some of their players here. I guess I'll run through enemy first since they are already out into the field with Flying Zebra taking that 4th spot Ricky around the
This is a Roche strategy actually coming out from Infamous. Looks like they're going to head right in there.
Level 1 Roche. I'm going to skip the player introductions because they changed Roche to not give as much experience, especially early like level 1. It just... I'm curious to see how much it'll probably get everybody up to level 2, which is some advantage, but it's nowhere near the advantage it was, and they are going to be seen out here.
Yeah, enemy were aware of this. They knew that this was coming, and they sent people out early to scout it. And I think what they're doing right now is smart. They're maybe wait until Roche is down and Infamous are committed before they go in. Yeah. No, here comes the arrow. It's going to hit a tree, actually. BSJ coming in with the illusion. We have a full-pitched battle breaking out here, and... you know what would be ironic? I kind of have a weird feeling about this, but maybe Infamous, all that they had left to play for in the last game was to play Spoiler, and if they can't spoil anymore...
Yeah, Infamous are going to be moved on here. Excel probably going to die, and he will be the first blood. Now Kotaro just right-clicking. BSJ using an ability here to try and get anything done. He does go down, but now Flying Zebra is going to cut out another kill. And already the action, 2-for-2 trade. No Roche grabbed yet. We are definitely seeing... the outcomes of neither team really cares too much about this patch. Right? Like, there's no way this is run by either team in this way. And they're just going to come back and fight. They are just going to come back and fight already. Sovereign going in very deep is going to go ahead and time walk himself out. They don't want to give up this Roche. It's an honor thing. KBBQ, it's an honor thing.
Yeah, they're going to get this Roche one way or another. They're going to get this Roche. They're going to come back and just keep going into this
The Courier's just going to walk in with the salve. They're going to give up the Courier. No big deal. And look at Sovereign, he's still floating around here. The only hero who is actively staying away from the pit right now is BSJ, who's just free farming mid. Zipped away as that Abaddon fell, but did you really need to see that kill? And it's still happening! And Marana's still contesting. There's going to be that salve that was so important that it was worth killing the Courier for. We're 6 kills in, 1 minute into this game. At this one time, even if Infamous get this, it's not an advantage, right? Like, they just do not care. It is all about the honor. All right. Aegis squarely on the Luna's shoulders. That gets everybody, yeah, up to level 2. So it gives them a small advantage over most of their opponents in terms of levels. But the BSJ in the mid lane is going to be level 4 by the time anybody gets here, probably.
So I kind of suspected this, although I was hoping it wasn't true, but, you know, I gave this whole spiel about professionalism and trying. I feel like I said, Infamous, the last thing that they wanted to play for was to play Spoiler, it feels like. And so, knowing that their opponents also have nothing left to play for, they just decided to go for this, or, you know, maybe try this out. We have seen this before in the past, I think in the Korean League, actually.
Okay, Sovereign is going to be stunned and nuked down. He will time walk away, but this is just a 5-man death ball at this point. Win or lose, it's going to happen in 15 minutes.
We saw this happen in the Korean League before, where it was just a level 1 5v5 more or less. It was a lightning throw strategy, and they just decided to run together, and they actually almost penetrated the high ground. I think almost took a set of Raxes before they were finally repelled. So we're seeing something along those lines here. I don't know if that's going to work here. It feels like BSJ can almost push faster himself, and you know, at the very least, they're going to get some levels up on these heroes, and then just come in and they'll be level 5 or 6 on their course when this push finally reaches the tier 2.
Or 687 as well, where these towers become much harder to push. But
yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that extra 3 armor feels like a big deal when you're up against level 2 heroes. That's for sure.
And the damage is up to 25% more per hit for the tier 2s, and the tier 3s are sunken. So you have to come onto the high ground, and you can get very easily repelled by just 2 heroes early in the game.
You have an ice armor first Lich, knowing that this is happening to keep that tower up. So I suspect the first team wipe here, that Infamous experience, will be the end of this. And yeah, you know, just got done talking about that professionalism. This is the way we're gonna go. But you know what? These teams, they've earned the right to have some fun. Yeah, they really just need to relax. Everyone just have some of the pressure taken off them, and you know, it's obviously just hard to be a good enough team to get invited to this main qualifier. And
and the deal is here too. You do have to keep in mind that there is nothing on the line. They do probably care a little about the viewer experience, but they're also probably aware with nothing on the line. The viewers that are stopping by are probably looking for some cheese, some antics, and some memes. You know, it's like
this is part of the viewer experience here. I think you maybe want to see this. So
I do appreciate that Infamous came in with the intention to just ruin it for everybody else. Like, be as gatekeeper, be as spoiler as they possibly could. But as soon as it's over, they're like, screw it, death ball or nothing. Tu madre come hamburguesas en tu bañera. Moving forward.
Well, they kind of said if we can't get to that major again, we'll make sure you guys don't either. So.
But you're not better than us. Is basically all they wanted to say to enemy GG. Like, yeah, we're not moving forward, but there's no way in hell you are either. And still the death ball. BSJ's just ignoring it. He's chilling up here.
Let's talk about the infused raindrops. We see that in the Dazzle. I'm surprised this item hasn't been picked up more, actually, because
it's been getting picked up a ton in China, is my understanding. Not that I've watched a lot of those games, because I've been casting in every other region, basically, but my understanding is that Chinese players really highly value it. In North America, we basically never see it. I'm also surprised by that.
You know what? That might explain some things with regards to my lineage. I did a patch breakdown with Scant and Witcher, and I was absolutely in love with this item. I
know you were, because you messaged me when this item came out, and you said, "Good luck stopping me mid now, you scrub. Infused raindrop, I'm invincible." Lol, 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 lol.
Yeah,
that was my patch note from you.
It gives an absurd amount of regen given its cost, and also blocking those nukes I feel is big for basically all lanes. Like if you're an offlaner, it insulates you from a nuke early on by like a level 3, level 4 hero, basically. And for any kind of prolonged fight, anybody that fears ganks from these quick bursts, it's just really good for just about anybody. And I'm surprised it hasn't been picked up more everywhere. And you know, I'm not surprised that the Chinese love that item as much as they do, and I wonder if it'll actually catch on. Obviously not in this setting where you've got 2 raindrops on the Dazzle. Well, then again, it's given him quite a bit of mana regen, so he can just keep on healing right through as they continue to clear out these towers due Infamous. This 5-man has not been stopped just yet.
Yeah, this is just going to continue to be death ball until it's high ground defense, and the question is, can enemy get enough onto BSJ for... Oh, okay, we're going to see the reflection along with the Chronosphere, and immediately everybody from Infamous dies. This is Shakespeare, this is Faust, nobody gets away. Vengeful Spirit will be taking some damage as well, and Wilfrey going down, Sovereign closing that gap. Yep, that's the end of that, says enemy. You can take everything, but our off lane is sacred. God damn it, this is...
I never thought I'd ever hear someone say this is Shakespeare in a Dota cast as my co-caster, so I'm glad I lived to that moment to have that happen.
I feel like I say that a lot now that I think about it. It's sometimes you just gotta reference the old times. That now Kotaro just running in, because why the hell not? He's only level 3, but he's big and bold, playing those edges as we've talked about so many times. Sovereign getting caught out a bit. He does have a time walk. Oh, the stun will save him actually. Slayer has a haste, so he's fine. And now the Ricky throwing down the smoke for the mischance. Meanwhile, BSJ. He just continues to do his thing. And Infamous are not deterred, Korean Barbecue. Infamous are going to return top as 5.
Vlad's is up on the Luna. You know, that Dota is going to have a lot of fun with some of the item choices from this game, that's for sure. But, let's talk a little bit about Not Today and Dragon, because that is the next match that we're going to be casting to let our viewers know. And that match does matter because Group A has not yet been really taken firm shape just yet. And so both teams have a chance to move on there. I think Not Today played one series yesterday, and I believe they went 2-0 in that series. They managed to win that series. And Dragneel, as far as I know, I think they went 1 tie, 1 loss, so both teams still very much alive, trying to make a dent there in that Group A. So, yeah, that'll be next up on our cast docket when this game is over.
So after this game, I'll probably throw over to some of the European games for a little bit in the host if you guys just want to hang on this channel for some Dota. We do have some games, as Korean Barbecue mentioned, coming up that will presumably not be 5-man death ball for Infamous. If Infamous actually win this game with this strategy, I might cry. Like, there's just no way.
Well, there's a Chronosphere up. There's not yet a Chain Frost because this Lich is level 3, so...
Right. It's not even 10 minutes in, so...
There's a mech. You know
know.
what? If you make sure
Okay,
that
here's the
dazzle-
Chronosphere. Sovereign is going to move in and just do solo right clicks with the
Not
Chronosphere,
enough
not getting
damage though.
anything
BSJ
done.
not there to mop up. Okay, that's a big Chronosphere down. There's no ults left. I think if you keep the supports back, keep them alive, they might have enough left in the tank.
There we go. There's going to be the Grave going out onto the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit trying to get away. Will not be able to. One last right click from Sovereign will mop it up, as you mentioned now. Greedy is going to move on to Slayer, who gets a leap over the edge and pass full train for the save. And now Frozen moving around. He is going to run away from his team and be hunted down. Do you want to build a snowman in hell, Frozen? That's where you're going. All right. Flying Zebra just running out for no apparent reason. Why the hell not? BSJ forced to retreat. There is a ward down here. Sovereign also getting away.
They tried to bring down that Terrorblade, which would have represented a significant amount of experience. They're going to come onto the high ground here. We thought that it was
they're gonna get
when
there.
they were pulsed at the tier 1, but apparently not. Just being proven wrong left and right here. Are we seeing the formation of a new meta here, Gorgon?
This is clearly 6.81B reborn, is what this is. Flying Zebra now moving on. No, Excel getting very close, but the mechanism from all the tower gold keeps him up. Excel will end up going down before he manages to get anything else off. And now the arrow will be dodged as Greedy is torn between moving on Sovereign and moving on the Mirana. Mirana is going to come around the backside as Sovereign comes in. Manages to get one more kill moving forward. BSJ is just out-leveling everybody. He's got level 7. He's a big, scary monster. Greedy going to be forced to teleport home and say, "See you later, Kataro. Adios." As Luna is going to be one sacrificial lamb, and Kataro not long for this world. Also goes down. Still no Rax falls, but Greedy teleports home, then uses his teleport ability to come back out and try to split down this bottom lane. Here's the big problem with this strategy, other than it's ridiculous and ineffective, is that Infamous already got all of the tower gold that they're likely to get on this map uncontested. But the big problem with that is, at this stage in the game, they can't actually get that many functional items with that, because they're still just going to get their early game items that are usually purchased with the intention of making pushes easier. If you get those items with tower gold, who cares, right?
Yeah, you get your mech arcanes, you got the drum and Blightstone up on the Abaddon, but you don't have the levels and ultimates, which actually does kind of matter for this team, actually. I mean, if they had that weave up, you know, in these big, like, just team fights, I think it would matter quite a bit. And, potentially the swap as well to save someone out of Chronosphere, and of course the Abaddon could be a better frontliner with his ultimate. So,
no
but you know what,
knowledge
Gordon,
being purchased by them.
You know what, Gordon, I think they got tired of hearing you talk about how long it took to take the tier 2s, and they're just like, you know what, we're going to go and stack all these tier 2s before 10 minutes so that that Gorgon guy stops talking about how invincible they are.
Absolutely. This is just the biggest... They're going to go back to this top lane.
Why not? There's no tower there to meet them.
There's a Roche that they could take now, right? Like, they could do something. There is an
they have
outside
to watch
objective
out
that
for
they
this
could take.
Chronosphere. They have to play around this big Chronosphere. Lich still does not have Chain Frost just yet, so they have to watch out for this
Chronosphere is going to be coming out here. Sovereign is looking for the opportunity. There it is. He grabs his ring. BSJ sitting on the outside will immediately get a kill onto the Vengeful Sphere. No! The Grave Save from the outside. Vengeful Sphere will be walking away, but there's going to be the Ricky coming and throwing down his ultimate as well. That's going to be a dead Luna. Greedy, probably not long for this world. The Lich does get the Chain Frost in the middle of the fight. There's going to be the summonables for no apparent reason, and Vengeful Sphere, after the Grave Save, will be the only hero to escape.
Infamous, however, did manage to plant some high ground vision there onto enemy. Obviously, that's going to play huge
high ground
factor.
vision, and there's the GG, and they're all just going to rage quit out. It was fun while it lasted, folks.